We've got a Royal Rumble, guys. It's me versus Angry Cops. It's going down, baby. It's going down. He's got hate words for the Navy. We've got to fight him. I'm kidding. There might be some justification to this, but he's come out with a heavy hitter coming at my soul. So it says here, drill sergeants counsel for cadence and cheating medics. Oh my, you have my attention. Yes, I watched it, but I had to formulate some thoughts.
I have unintentionally discovered that the 68 Whiskey program at Fort Sam Houston, Joint Base San Antonio, has been having a significant amount of 68 Whiskeys or Army medics cheating in order to pass. And it,
by the way, nothing new here. It's like a cycle of every couple of years. It seems something happens as far as cheating, and not just with the medical community, but we'll continue on.
all came from this stupid memo. You're going to ask, drill sergeant, how is a memo regarding a bunch of drill sergeants singing cadences, poking fun at other branches, lead you to discover that for the past 2 years, medics have been cheating their way through exams, medical exams?
Listen, he said medic, 68 Whiskeys, did not mention corpsmen. We're a tier above them, baby. This is just another notch. Let's go.
And it has gone unchecked, even though civilians in charge of that program know about it. Now, you might say I've been sipping Grandpa's cough medicine and I need to relax, maybe cast a reel and chill out. And speaking of casting out a couple lines, you might want to check out fishing.
Oh, God, of course the hook, line, and bait, my guy. All right, I'm downloading Fishing Clash right now. Okay, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Let's skip forward. We all do it. All right. Come on. Are we there? Oh, come. All right, here we go. Let's go back.
Me seeing this. A bullshit memo given to a whole bunch of drill sergeants, which seems like they specifically had called an inappropriate cadence while marching trainees throughout the post. Oh no! How inappropriate was it? Well, once I dug down to the bottom of it, it was a cadence that poked fun at other branches of the military from the Army's perspective. The cadence in question was, let me just sing it for you. Re-up and join the Navy. They swim in the Navy. They drown in the Navy. Re-up, you're crazy. Re-up, you're out of your mind. And it goes on like that. Something so inconsequential. And yet, an airman or Navy person, I'm pretty sure it was a Navy person, unconfirmed.
Look at the shade. I am offended that anybody in the Navy would be mad about cadence because they don't even know a single one. That's the truth. They forgot every single one since boot camp. Putting that out there. If you know one, okay, maybe you copied it from the Marine Corps or the Army.
Made a complaint and said, oh, gee, golly gosh. Those Army guys are making fun of me. Those Army drill sergeants are super rude and hurt my feelings. And now
my feelings were hurt.
And I don't want them to sing, re-up and join the Navy. They swim in the Navy, they drown in the Navy. And it goes for every branch. And they fly in the Air Force, they crash in the Air Force, etc. Who gives?
It's false because we have to pass a swim test, okay? I'm a third-class swimmer, so we kind of drown as long as we can swim a pool length, but that's it.
A ship. But these Navy pussies, because that's what you are. Whoever complained about it, you're a fucking pussy. Well, they got the
what
of the base.
These are fighting words. This is an all-out battle.
Commander and base commander said, hey, listen, you better tell those Army drill sergeants that they can't be saying no more things, no more bullshit. And then here we are today with this fucking stupid memo that every fucking company and battalion had to get in the 232 because we sang a cadence. Sing a cadence, poking fun at other branches.
We do it too.
Spirit of Corps Army? Yeah, I think that I'm better than every branch. Because you know what? It makes me work harder than the other branches. If I think that I'm better and I'm held to a higher standard because I'm better, well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and maintain that standard and work harder to prove those assholes that I'm better than them. It's called Spirit of Corps. I just said it. No, we can't do that. Can't do that. Can't sing Yellow Bird no more. So this memo of blatant stupidity, anti-Spirit of Corps, anti-motivation, filled with pussy bullshit from other branches that I guess can't take it. I guess the Air Force and the Navy are a bunch of pussies like we made fun of you for. You proved it by pissing and moaning to Daddy. It hurt my feelings. Disgusting. Well, after I got a hold of a couple drill sergeants,
I got a couple things to say. The Navy people could have complained about it. Air Force people could have complained about it. But who did something about it? It was the Army leadership that bent over and took it up the rear and went high to the right and did a memorandum for the record. They're angry cops. They were the ones that did it. They could have said, Navy, go F yourself. Air Force, go F yourself. But today they decided we're going to bend over and take it. And that tells you who's the man in the relationship.
Get ready to talk to them about this stupid memo. They divulged something else to me. Something far more egregious. That 68 whiskeys, medics in training for the Army, were and have been cheating on their exams. And they were caught. And nothing has been done about them. That seems like a pretty big deal coming from just me trying to figure out some bullshit about this stupid fucking memo. And that's why I had to write some shit down. I had to take some notes. And now I'm going to share those notes with you, along with photographic proof that this shit happened. Allegedly. Let's break this down Barney style. Give me some graphics. NREMT, the National Registry for Emergency Medical Technicians. Now, there's an NREMT test that you have to take in 68 Whiskey School, medic school, in order to continue with training and be a 68 Whiskey Army medic, and then go into the line units and practice medicine on all the poor infantrymen and engineers, combat arms, etc., that they can get their hands on. Now, not only is the NREMT a big deal in the Army in order to move forward with your medical training, but it is a registry, a national registry, where you can go after 68 Whiskey training to any state and be an EMT right like that. The United States federal government recognizes your training as a 68 Whiskey and having to pass the NREMT, and that you can be an EMT in any state. That's a big deal, especially if some of these 68 Whiskeys are in and out or in the guard or reserve, becoming an EMT right off the rip, right outside of training, and they don't know dick because they haven't actually passed their tests. All they did was cheat and then fill in the blank. Allow me to continue. One trainee got caught using a government computer. Come on, you know better than that, you fucking stupid cheater.
Yeah, he is not wrong here. You're an idiot if you try and use any government device to do illegal activities, because when you sign in, there is a clause on the screen that's there that tells you that they can look at whatever, but I digress.
Government computer and having all of the tests and the test answers leading up to the NREMT. Basically saying, here's 20 tests that you gotta know, study, and pass. And then you can take the NREMT. And these cheaters, zero integrity, had the entire test list and answer key right there on his computer and cell phone. Like this. Just written up. Hey, everybody. Here's all your fucking tests and exams. You don't have to study for them. You just got to look at this cheat sheet and then you're done. Anything.
All right. I want to add a little bit to this because I've taught previously EMT stuff. Now, these answers are for like while you're going through the course, whoever's teaching it is going to give these tests out, right? And someone could have, gotten all these answers, whatever. However, the national registry that you're going to, apply to take the tests for is not done locally. There's like a computer-based thing. So even if they had all the answers to this, it would only get them to the final test. Like it wouldn't get them any benefit because they still can't pass that final test. It just makes sure that they can get through the entire course until they get to the computer and they're like, I'm an idiot. I should have paid attention. So it's kind of dumb to even screw yourself over and not pay attention enough to even pass these, because these are what are supposed to make sure you're ready for the actual test.
outside of this and you're fucked. But hey, at least you'll know questions 1 through 20 on this exam. Now the next words out of your mouth are gonna be, wow, Drill, he got caught. He probably got an Article 15. Maybe bounced back, had to restart training. Nope. Now after drill sergeants ran this up the chain of command and said, hey, listen, there are some issues here. This kid's cheating on all of his fucking tests. How the hell is he going to do medicine on anybody in the military if he doesn't know dick about medicine? Well, the assistant OIC, officer in charge of the school, and the civilian in charge pulled all these drill sergeants together. And you want to know what happened next? Oh, you'd expect in Article 15 a negative counseling, making this kid restart. No. The civilian in charge of the standards that gets to say yes or no for a student moving forward or getting held back and having to restart said, you need to confiscate his personal phone. Now the drill sergeant said, hey, you can't do that. Call CID, call the MPs. That ain't our shit. We're not doing that.
That's correct.
Civilians said, just have him delete it. Now what are these drill sergeants gonna do? They got the assistant OIC in this entire medical program and the civilian in charge of all the standards down there telling them to just brush it under the rug. Well, drill sergeants can't do that, can they?
Let's add a little bit to this. Every single program that I've ever gone through previously has what they call a academic violation or academic integrity policy, and they always tell you at the beginning of it, if you cheat or whatever, you could face some kind of administrative process, such as a judicial punishment of some kind, if that's the case. And so I find it weird that, from his telling of the story of what he's gathered from this intelligence is that they just were like, well, just let it go. I would say go back to your policy and what is that saying and how is that outlined? Did they, meet the requirements to say that they did have an academic violation or did they not? And if so, moving forward, that could be an academic review board to see if they want to stay in. That could be, however their process they decide, as long as it's systematic and it's treating everyone fairly.
Sergeants can't let cheaters go. Drill sergeants have a standard that we have to maintain. So the drill sergeants started asking this trainee more questions. I mean, the trainee's already screwed, right? What did they figure out? Well, they figured out that this trainee was on an email chain with 32 other trainees, and they had all shared the test answers with one another. And when asked further, this trainee said that it had been going on for at least 3 classes before his, and this was less than a year ago. Cycles, classes, cycles, you get it. So I gotta wonder, what's going on, Medco? What's going on, Medical Center of Excellence, which is supposed to be the school that all this shit is being taught in? What happened to excellence? What kind of excellence is allowing trainees to get 3, 4, 5, some over 8 and 10 chances and still failing the NREMT and continuing on to 6-day whiskey training? What? Where's the excellence? Where's the excellence in calling out a cheater and fixing that whole thing instead of just wiping it under the rug? Where's the investigation into that? Now that is an answer that I can't wait to hear. How can you knowingly put a shit ton of people that cheated their way through medical exams, who possibly don't know what the fuck they're doing, in line units, having infantrymen, engineers, etc. look up to them when they are fucked and say, I fucking need you and I believe in you, when this motherfucker don't know shit. Now I know the name of the trainee that got caught. And I know he continued on through training. What I don't know is what happened to the 32 other people on his email list that shared those test answers. What happened for the 2 classes cycles prior? What happened to those? Oh, they're out. They're just gone. What happened after that? It's been almost a year. And then
All right. I got a couple thoughts here. I do. So we don't have the context of if they even did an investigation. Would they take away their MOS after this? But the thing that Angry Cops has to realize is an NREMT is kind of like a feather in your cap when it comes to military enlisted medicine. Because you look at it, and most of the people leaving the military from this type of profession can become a medical assistant, some other type of technical field, and all that kind of stuff, where an EMT is only making like 30 grand a year or whatever, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, where it's not even that much, and it just sounds good. I don't know a single person that's gotten out and be like, I'm going to go use my EMT and make a living. So I kind of think it's a crappy bar to hold, especially as civilianized healthcare, such as the EMT, does not correlate with tactical combat casualty care, which is what you want in a warfighting situation, where I'm like, I would put this EMT crap in the trash if I was trying to get my bang for my buck out of any enlisted medical person, and I would only focus on the tactical combat casualty care because that is what matters in battles.
Been more and more classes of 6-day whiskeys sharing these exam results, sharing these test questions. If you know somebody in Medco, you better send them this shit. Boy, if I was there, I sure hope I would know about this if I was in charge. That's a fucking bombshell. I don't know if it's a big deal to you. It's a fucking big deal to me. Almost as big as this.
All right, so that's kind of my reaction because I think there was more input that could be brought to the table with more knowledge. Not saying Angry Cop's not knowledgeable, but just from experience and someone that has seen this from another perspective, and obviously joking about the Navy stuff as well. But as always, if you guys have other topics you want me to cover or look at or videos that you want context on, please hit me up over on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.